If you are over 60 and your feet start burning the moment you lie down, or you feel that strange tingling in your hands when everything should be calm, this is something you should not ignore. Many people describe it as heat. Others say it feels like tiny electric pulses, or even something crawling under the skin. And the frustrating part is that it often shows up right when you're trying to rest. Tonight, before you go to bed, there is something simple you need to understand about what your body may be trying to signal. For some, it comes and goes. For others, it builds slowly over months. One night, it's just mild discomfort. The next, it's a burning sensation that makes it hard to find a comfortable position. Then there are those sudden sharp nerve pains that appear out of nowhere, like a quick shock running through your foot or leg. It can leave you confused, especially when you've already tried creams, massages, or basic supplements that don't seem to change anything. This creates a quiet kind of frustration. You start wondering if this is just part of aging, or if you're missing something important. Sleep becomes inconsistent, and even when you do rest, it doesn't feel complete. Many people don't talk about it, but there's often a deeper concern underneath. The fear of losing independence, or the idea that restful nights may not come back the way they used to. What makes this even more difficult is that the symptoms are not always predictable. Some nights are calm, others are not. That inconsistency leads many people to rely on quick fixes that only mask the feeling for a short time. And over time, that pattern can make it harder to understand what's actually going on inside the body. Around this point, it helps to keep something in mind. If you decide to look into options later, it's important to know where the official information actually comes from. Now, here's something that often gets overlooked. Many people fall into a very common habit without realizing the impact. Ignoring nighttime nerve sensations and relying only on pain-masking solutions feels logical, especially when you just want relief and sleep. But there is a deeper layer behind this. We are told to ignore nighttime nerve sensations and rely on temporary relief. But inside your body, this actually triggers overactive microglia, causing inflammatory nerve irritation. These microglia cells are meant to protect your nervous system. However, with age, stress, and nutritional gaps, they can become overly active. Instead of helping, they begin to create a kind of internal irritation that keeps the nerves in a constant state of sensitivity. That's why the sensation doesn't just disappear. It can evolve. Burning becomes tingling. Tingling becomes sharp discomfort. And because the root isn't being supported, the cycle continues quietly in the background. The most common mistake people make is not a lack of effort. It's actually the opposite. They try many things, but most of those options are designed only to change how the sensation feels temporarily. Some are underdosed, others are not focused on nerve support at all. So the person keeps trying week after week without a clear signal of improvement. And this is where time becomes important. The real risk isn't your health itself in the short term. It's spending months repeating something that was never strong enough to support what your body actually needs. That cycle can drain your patience, your energy, and even your confidence in finding something that makes sense. A more rational approach starts by shifting focus. Instead of only trying to quiet the sensation, the goal becomes supporting the internal environment around the nerves. That means looking at inflammation balance, nutritional support, and consistency over time. Not urgency, not quick fixes, but steady daily support that aligns with how the body actually works. This is where some people begin to explore structured nutritional approaches designed specifically for nerve support, not as a replacement for medical care, but as a complementary layer, something that fits into a daily routine without adding complexity. One example that has been discussed in this context is Nerve Alive. It's presented as a combination of nutrients and plant-based compounds designed to support nerve balance and help regulate that internal inflammatory response. But it's important to be clear about what it is and what it is not. This is not a miracle. It's not for everyone, and it doesn't replace medical care. It may make sense for someone who recognizes these patterns and wants a consistent, daily nutritional approach to support their nervous system. But for someone expecting instant results or a quick fix, it's probably not aligned with that expectation. If you do consider something like this, one thing to be careful about is where the information comes from. There are many imitations and unofficial versions online, and that can create confusion or lead to choices that don't match the original formulation. If you're still here, you already have the information you need. The only thing left is to verify the facts for yourself or keep repeating the same cycle. I have linked a short independent health report that explains this complete protocol right below. To find it, if you are watching on your phone, just tap the title of this video right now. The description box will slide open, and you'll see the official blue link at the very top. I'll also leave it in the first pinned comment. Protect your peace, protect your sleep, and give your nerves the support they deserve.